Guys, welcome back to Fresh Talk Media. We are here to discuss something really interesting. Over the week, the whole social media, the whole internet was on fire with Daniel Buwala and his controversial interview at Al Jazeera. And Mr. Clem, we have a lot to talk about on this topic because it's actually a very hot topic. So let me ask you this striking thing which I noticed on that interview. Like, it was so funny watching Daniel Buwala seated on that hot seat. Like, the questions were just coming back to back, and at some point he looks like he was taking unawares. Some of the questions he did not prepare for, because at some point the interviewer was actually hitting the nail on the head, giving him facts, dates, figures, exact things, the way it was said and when it happened. And at some point, it looked like after the whole interview, he started claiming he didn't prepare for most of the things that they asked him. And that was the reason the interview went the way it went. Do you think he's right with that defense? Because he defended APC government with all sorts of excuses. What do you have to say about the defense he put out there for APC government?
No, well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and also about his claims of not being well prepared for the questions that were given to him.
Daniel Buwala actually, I believe he went to sell APC and sell President Tinubu's policies to international media. But unfortunately, Al Jazeera is not like TVC or Nigerian TV houses where they can bully some of the journalists, or some of the journalists are just trying to cover up things.
I agree with you.
When you are interviewing, especially politicians, who have in one way or the other made some statements either in the favor or against a government, the only way is to bring out the fact before them. Then you hear what they will say, opinion. But in the case of Daniel Buwala, he really messed up. That is the truth.
You think so?
He really messed up. He went to set the government of President Tinubu, and then he ended up making the government to look bad more.
Why? But he
couldn't defend the government. He couldn't defend the policies of the government. The mandate of a guy was giving him the questions back to back. The journalists, Al Jazeera journalists covering Nigeria and some other African countries, were also present. And some other viewers, presenters, people were here. They were giving him questions, even providing the facts, dates, and the figure of the things he said before. Then he's saying, I'm not aware, this, that. Coming to the defense statement he was releasing, that is Nigerian typical way of politics. They can never be truthful to themselves. They can never say something and stand for it. He came back and said that they didn't inform him that they have been making communication concerning this very interview for over 6 months. They never mentioned that they will ask him concerning his statement he made before.
Were they supposed to ask him?
What are you talking about?
Were they supposed to give him the questions that
why should they give you the questions they are coming to ask you? You have been invited. You are coming for an interview to defend the government you are serving. As simple. Just be expecting anything. They are not telling you something that is not being founded. These are comments you made in the past concerning the same president you are serving today. All these are verifiable images, verifiable videos. All these are verifiable images, verifiable photos, and the videos you made. Statements on the national TV. The ones you made in Arise, the ones you made in channels television, the ones you made in Arise, the ones you made in channels, the ones you made in all the different channels. Trying to demarcate the president then when he was working for PDP.
Yeah, I think then he was the spokesperson for Article.
Yeah, he was the spokesperson for Article. Why this guy was in the side of what do you call him? Some of the people that work for the APC then. So he was working for PDP then. So he was not telling the interviewer that this is politics. Are you kidding me? If politics, that means you just got to bring out all kind of fallacy that you are defending your own candidate, you are defending your supporter, your president. No, it's not supposed to be like that. Every politician, every person has he or her negative part, you can use in one way or the other to align his ways, to fight him. You can't just fabricate lies. You can't just fabricate lies in any form and sell to the public. That is what we call propaganda. For them to buy the idea of you are supporting this person is bad. No. Look for the bad ones about the person and tell the public.
Which is real.
Which is real.
Okay.
Then you take the good ones for your own and tell the public, which is also real. It's not something that somebody can verify tomorrow and they will find out it cannot substantiate that.
At some point, he said he was doing the job of an opposition.
A job of an opposition, that is what I'm saying. A job of an opposition doesn't warrant you to be lying to the public. For the fact that you are an opposition doesn't mean that you should be lying.
The public cannot relate.
The public should be able to relate whatever you are telling them to be on the fact. There's a very, 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 very positive part you can tell to say your own candidate. You can't just come and give us lies, put up all kinds of stories to malign the image or personality of your opponent. It doesn't help. Then today, you are coming back to tell us that you never meant it. It was just politics. No, you are not telling Nigeria should not believe you. Even right now, so you are working as a spokesman of the president, whatever you tell them, that they will never believe you.
Because tomorrow you
will come and say that, no, that was not, I just say it because I'm working for. No. Okay. People who have in government supposed to be people of integrity, people of high integrity and honesty. That is very, very important.
That's right. But let me ask again. At some point along the line of that interview, I realized he said something about changing his mind after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been sworn in. A few months later, he later realized the policies that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has set out is going to help Nigerians, is the best and all that. And that is why he turned around and started supporting him. So does it mean the whole thing is all about self-interest, personal interest?
It's just personal interest, selfish interest. Like the journalist guy told him that in Nigeria, they call it stomach infrastructure. And that is all.
It's all about the stomach.
It's all about the stomach. It's all about his own personal wealth. Don't you see how fat he has become?
I noticed that.
See how all his faith everywhere is big.
I noticed that.
That is his time to eat the free money of Nigeria. There's no two ways about that. All these things he's telling you today, he cannot verify it to any form that he's telling you all the truth. That is nothing truth there. He said that President Tinubu, he was against his election because he chose a Muslim ticket. But today, you are serving on the same Muslim ticket. Okay? And you are praising him. So that will tell you that at the end of that election, after a few months, he found out that the Atiku campus is no longer bringing the fund, what they used to give him then. Then he started to switch over, praising the government, little by little, before they brag him and give him appointment. Today, he's sounding praises for them. So whatever he's telling you is just a typical Nigerian political class. They can never believe whatever they are telling you 100%. Because it's only very few. Only very, very few of them, you can say they're very trustworthy. Only very few of them they can hold accountable to their words. They will tell you something and then you go home and get peace of mind, knowing full well that agreement must have been reached and it will be kept. These ones in power today, no. What they are after, name your price. They will pay you and grab you and have their way. It's unfortunate. He comes to national television, to international television, to defend the government you are working for. At the end of the day, he ended up messing up the government and messing up the whole nation, embarrassing us. Do
you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be happy with what's his performance there?
Whether he's happy or not happy, ask me who Mr. President is sent to Al Jazeera to that can defend him, that will do better than
what he just did.
Than what he just did. The truth of the matter, the government is not doing well.
But
you can't defend indefensible.
There is no way you can sell out
bad market. Yeah, that is the thing. It's not about Daniel Buwala. Daniel Buwala, he can be a sound guy, yes, but his soundability is just within the local facility where they can bully some of the journalists
and they will
silence them. They can't be able to ask them the tough questions.
Yeah, I want to say that
Nigerian journalists, they can't ask those politicians the tough questions. You ask them, you see what happened to Dave Umahi some time ago. He started questioning the girl, the Arise lady. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Can I find your day? The same thing. When they asked him questions some time ago, he said, who are you? Do you know who I am? They can't just withstand tough questions from the journalists. When you start hitting them with the very hard questions, accountable questions that will put them on their toes, they will become angry. You see, that's what the same problem they are facing with this guy at Arise News, Rufai Oseni. He's not laughing with them. When he give it to you, they will turn it to another thing.
It becomes a fight.
It becomes a fight. They will say you are not disciplined, you are not well trained. No, it's not about training. He has been trained to ask you questions to hold you accountable for the people. Nigerian journalists, Nigerian media houses.
Because Nigerians are actually depending on watching them to hear the truth.
Of course, but they will never ask you the real question where they will be able to scrutinize you to bring out the facts out.
And let the people
And some of the questions say, when you bring it out, some of the editors and some of the program managers will say, no, leave this question. No, don't ask them about this
producers.
They will say, no, don't go to, no, don't forget about it. We can't move forward like that. Impunity is getting higher and no accountability. Nothing. Money is coming to the nation, but the money is being vandalized, the money being wasted, the money being looted, the money being stolen. The rich are people getting richer.
I myself felt embarrassed because at some point in that interview, some other Nigerians were saying something totally different from what Daniel Buwala is saying. So here is a Nigerian person saying something totally different, speaking against the government, while Daniel Buwala is seated on that hot seat, trying so hard to defend himself, the praises he has given to the president, and how he fought the president years back. Well, it was a very embarrassing, challenging situation.
It's an embarrassing, challenging situation, but you need to understand that he's a government spokesperson. I myself, personally, I didn't expect him to do otherwise. So what he went there to do is to market the government, to project and promote the government policies to the international community. And this is a government that is paying him. They hired him for that job, to be their spokesperson, to be able to package the image, to make them to look good before the international and the local communities.
He can't do otherwise.
So he can't do otherwise. So he's struggling to do his job. But unfortunately, the government has performed
poorly.
Very poor. Very, 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 very poor in their acting.
With a lot of evidence.
These 3 years, the next 2 or 3 months now, it's going to be complete 3 years. And that is the end of the government. From that very May 2026, campaign has started. By next year, May 2027, that is another handover ceremony. Either the President Tinubu is being sworn in again, or he will hand over to another person. So he found out that the government of President Tinubu is totally complete. It's gone. In the next 3 or 4 months, the government is gone. So handing over is something everybody will be looking up to. I don't really know how it's going to happen, but whichever way it is, by May 2026, the government will be complete 3 years. Then the remaining June primary election has started all over the nation. Both the presidential, governorship, Senate, and a lot of people will be busy playing politics. So governance is going to be kept on the side of the corner. So that's where we find ourselves. So there's nothing they can achieve anymore.
How time flies. Thank you so much, Mr. Clem, for that beautiful narration, that beautiful analysis of yours. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching. If you're still with us at this time, please take a think. What are your thoughts? Because it was not a nice experience for me as a Nigerian watching that interview. Did you watch it? What are your thoughts? Mr. Clem has explicitly explained what he thinks. What do you think about this whole trending issue? It was a hot seat and hot topics for Daniel Buwala to explain and defend the government of APC, the current APC government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Fresh Talk Media. We shall see you again in our next one. Bye for now.